We will return to our regularly scheduled program.
On standby for further details.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Hello, and welcome to episode number 10.
Yes.
Got the number right of Tyler and Lynch on Standby.
Double digits.
Thank you for checking us. Yeah, we made it to 10. Thank you for hanging out for 10 episodes.
I know.
You've made it to 10. We appreciate it. Big thank you for watching or listening or rating or reviewing or subscribing. Make sure you do all that. Big thank you to 604, the Comedy Here Often Podcast Network. Producer Alexi is here once again. And big thank you to Sam Roberts for hanging out in the last episode.
How
That
cool
was
is
so
that?
much fun. If you missed the chat with Sam Roberts, been a fan of his music for so long. It was so nice to it's just nice to do these interviews where you can sit and chat for a while versus the time constraints of radio. And I feel like it's a lot more loose and we're getting
We didn't
better
really
at
touch
it.
too much on music, just what's going on with them.
Yeah, just his life, you
Yeah.
know, just his life. So thank you so much for coming to episode number 10. And we got to get into this, okay? We're on standby. We still have no job. The other major update that we have is I'm not positive about the Chad Kroeger situation. Okay, we have the Nickelback guarantee in place, and I'm still feeling slightly hopeful that one day we can get Chad Kroeger on the podcast, but there was a little bit of an incident, let's say.
Speed bump.
Yeah. Now, if we backtrack the story a little bit, it all started because Lynch worked at a radio station that still has this in place, but the no Nickelback guarantee.
Yes.
And Chad was quite upset about that. But that was 15 years ago, you know, we're kind of think, it's water under the bridge, you know, things. We're here now. He owns this place. What's the big deal, right? Well, he was in on Friday. And Alexi, you were filming some stuff with him. He was doing another podcast, and you asked if he would do some promo videos for our podcast, and he said,
absolutely not.
Was that a quote?
Yeah, well, the quote was absolutely not. I'm not doing a thing for them.
he was not thrilled with the idea of helping us out. So, it was 15 years ago, but he's still hurt by the no Nickelback guarantee. There was at one point you said that he actually said, I'm glad those guys are no longer gainfully employed.
Yeah.
God. Wow. And I just like to clarify, this has nothing to do with me, Chad. Okay, this is all Lynch, right? Lynch, that was your doing.
It was 15 years ago.
I know.
We were starting up a brand new radio station. We needed some oomph to kind of get things going. And at the time, they were being played on country stations and stuff. So what's one little station?
Right.
What?
Yeah. The most mind-boggling part of this whole story to me is not only does Chad Kroeger remember you, he remembers and hates you, which is fascinating.
Yeah.
I figured if you would have been like Lynch, you would have been like, who? You know, but instead it's no, I hate that guy.
Which sucks because I want to be friends with him.
I don't think he's interested.
You think I'm going to get my $60?
Yeah, he still owes you $60, Chad. You won't do the promo video, but you should probably pay up the $60 at least, right? Right?
I'm going to say,
Are we going to get fired by Chad Kroeger? Is that possible? Can you get fired from a podcast? Is he going to be like, you know what? Let's. We don't want to help those guys out anymore. On a scale of 1 to 10,
how upset was he?
He was mad, but he was laughing.
Okay.
Well, then that makes it a little bit better.
That gives me hope. I'd like to clarify once again. I had nothing to do with this, Chad. You could come on.
We're a team.
No. Here's what we do. We do an episode where Chad is Lynch. And we just get rid of Lynch. He doesn't have to be here. You don't have to deal with him. I get it. He's a lot. It's a lot to handle sometimes, okay?
I'm a lot to handle.
Yeah. And then Chad and I will just talk it out and we can make amends. And then that'll be the Nickelback guarantee. He'll get on. I'm still hopeful. Here's what we need to do, okay? If you're listening to this podcast, I want you to go to Nickelback's Twitter and Instagram and their Facebook.
You're poking the bear right now, man.
I know. I love it. And just leave a comment, just asking Chad if he'll come on the podcast. And just let him know that we're good guys. I know Mike had emailed the actual label. Someone was emailing the actual label, asking to get Chad on as well. Just all sorts of stuff like that. Just comments. Chad, do it. Duh, Chad, come on. They're good guys. Chad, Lynch isn't that bad. Chad, it was 15 years ago. You're very rich. It's fine. Okay, get over it. Come on the show, please.
I feel bad. I really do. I feel bad now.
Yeah, you've ruined this for us. Okay, you've ruined our Nickelback guarantee with your bad attitude 15 years ago.
Well, I was questioning the Nickelback guarantee at the beginning of the podcast when we first started this.
No,
and you said
I think
that.
it's going to happen. I still have hope. Alexi, do you have any hope?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
I think at the very least, this is going to get the ball rolling in some direction.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Maybe not the best direction. We don't know. Balls can roll in any direction. They're round.
Science. You can Google that if you want.
Please go leave a comment on there. Also, make sure you're still emailing us, tylerandlynch@gmail.com. Lynch is in charge of the email and his computer crashed this week. So
oh my God, what
we're
a
little
nightmare
behind.
that was.
Yeah.
So can I pause for a second? I didn't tell you this.
Okay.
I was on the phone with the Apple guy, and I was on the phone with these people.
Tim Apple?
Tim Apple himself.
Wow. I can't believe you got him on the phone. You can't get Chad on the phone, but you got Tim Apple. That's amazing.
But the guy starts off, he's like, hey man, can I tell you something? And I was like, oh God, okay. Thinking that maybe it was something about my computer. And he's like, you know what, man, I had a really bad time a couple weeks ago in my life. And, you know, I was living in Tennessee and then I decided to move to Florida and, you know, my headspace wasn't that great. And so I moved to Florida and stuff. And he's just laying out his life story for me.
Okay.
And he's
that's not the
talking
time
about like
for it.
how he moved into this complex, which is like basically just all old people. Makes sense. It's in Florida.
Right.
But he's just like, man, I've been hitting the gym every single day and my mind space is so much better. And, you know, I'm so proud of myself and all this. And I'm like, yeah, man, that's awesome. That's fantastic. But I'm trying to get my computer fixed. And we talk about this afterwards. But, you know, I got to give a shout out to Desmond. Who works in Apple IT, and I'm happy for you, my
Desmond,
friend.
we're so glad you're doing well. What a weird thing to do, to just lay out your life to somebody on the phone. I feel like there's a couple of those situations. You know what's a fun thing to do is when you're in a drive-thru and you're at the speaker and there's a bunch of cars, just lay your life out to the person through the drive-thru because they can't go anywhere. And it's just
true.
going into their headset and you can't move. So you're just have a conversation. Just tell them how your day is going.
It's almost like
that's how you
free
make friends.
therapy.
Yeah, it's free therapy every morning on your way to work. I'm sure they'll love it. Desmond, why? We were just laying it out there.
Yeah,
you got your computer fixed.
I got
though.
it fixed after like 3.5 hours on the phone with
Just in time to drop a boomer of a tweet.
him. Boomer of a tweet. Okay.
What? I think we should take Lynch's Twitter away or your social media. I don't know what you're doing on there. Like, you just tweeted out, have there actually been movies this year worth watching? Seriously, #Oscars, which is like just a real boomer tweet. I'm not an award show guy. Like, I don't watch the award shows. I'm not that into it. But the idea of there was no good movies at all
Well, I'm
this
just
year.
thinking the theaters are closed.
Yeah, but
You know,
everything's
you don't
just,
see any of these big trailers on TV and stuff.
yeah, you do still. Like,
Which
they're all
ones?
being released at home. There was big movies this year. There was Soul was pretty big. Promising Young Woman was big.
Like the Godzilla and Kong one, I know.
Of course, you know that one. Yeah. Borat, you should know Borat. Borat made it as a nomination
Yeah,
in the
I
Oscars.
forgot about that. I didn't know that was able to be nominated because usually movies like that aren't nominated.
Just when you're typing that tweet out though, and you're hitting enter, is there part of you that's like, this is worth it?
Personally, I was like
You're like, this
asking,
is-
is like, are there any good movies to watch this year?
It didn't come across that way. It came across like, hey, if you're watching the Oscars,
That's why I put the seriously question mark at the end.
Oh,
Seriously, is there?
I just don't do it. Like, before you hit enter, just be like, what's the point of this?
Because I didn't know the Oscars were on until I had a friend phone me up. And he was like, hey, man, I have a buddy in Toronto who's doing an Oscar thing on his show on Toronto radio. And I was wondering if you wanted to be a part of it.
Why would this person ask Lynch to be their entertainment
Exactly,
reporter?
right? I was like,
the
what do you mean?
least
Oscars
pop
are
culture
on?
person I know. What a horrible idea. Where was my call? Even I would have been better.
Well, I said that you wouldn't know anything either. So
Oh, cool. Thanks.
I automatically just
yeah.
X-nayed
No,
you.
no, it's cool. We're like looking for a job and there's opportunities to be on the radio and you're just like, no, Tyler won't do anything right now. Are you kidding me?
I was just, I don't know. I didn't even know it was on.
You know what you really missed was, have you seen the kid from Minari?
Is that a movie?
Yeah, so it's this movie about this Korean family that moves to like rural Arkansas and they start growing a farm and it's this like beautiful piece. I haven't actually watched the movie yet, but I watched the trailer and it looks amazing and rave reviews. And there's this kid in it and his name's Alan S. Kim and he's 7.
Okay.
And he showed up to the Oscars and he's wearing like a little tuxedo but with like shorts, which is adorable on a 7-year-old. And then he's got his socks hiked up.
That's
and he's,
kind of like mini
dancing.
AC/DC.
Yeah, he's like dancing on the red carpet. This little 7-year-old kid. He's so cute. And then I went and found this clip. He won like a Critics' Choice Award back in March. And he was giving his acceptance speech. And I just want you to know that when you are shitting all over the Oscars, you're shitting over this kid's dreams. And
Okay,
by
thanks a lot for
sending
putting
out that
that on
tweet,
me.
by sending out that tweet, you're showing that you don't support this adorable 7-year-old kid who's just chasing a dream, Lynch, and you're out here just ruining it on
I'm
Twitter.
just asking if there's any good movies out there to watch.
No, you ruined this kid's dream. Listen to his acceptance speech when he won the Critics' Choice Award and tell me you don't support this kid.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank the critics who voted and my family, Isaac, Christina, Doug. Oh my goodness, I'm crying.
He starts crying.
You just open up a pop?
Susan and Harry, Noel, Will Patton, Mike, A24, Plan B, and the other crew members. I hope I will be in other movies. Is this a dream?
Is this a dream?
What did he talk about there? Did he say bumblebees?
He said, is this a dream? He's a 7-year-old kid and he's crying and you're making fun of him still.
I'm not making fun of him directly at all.
You don't support Alan Kim, the most adorable kid on the entire planet. You're showing it right now. What are you making fun of him for? He's trying to give a speech. He's 7. He won a Critics' Choice Award. He's very excited. He said, is this a dream? Is this a dream? I hope this isn't a dream.
Well,
That's
you know
what
what?
he said.
7 years old. There's
7.
many dreams that will be crushed, kid.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
God. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Lynch hates children. Lynch hates dogs. Lynch has rabies.
I'm just saying, man.
I give up. That doesn't win you over. That kid's so cute. That
Good for him. I'm happy that he won. And I hope he becomes a great actor. I really do.
he's already a great actor.
But you look at the track record of kids being actors isn't the greatest. You know, they fall down a wormhole of abuse, substance abuse, and just not. It's just not
child
good.
actors.
Yeah,
Not the best track record.
No.
I have faith in Alan Kim. I think he's going to do.
he sounds
great.
like an adorable kid, though.
Yeah.
Good for him. I'm
Just
glad he won.
Shitting all over his dreams.
What did he win?
He was the best young actor for like the Critics' Choice Award. It wasn't the Oscars. This was a month ago.
Okay. See, there's so many damn award shows.
Yeah.
But
there are a
regardless, good for the kid.
There you go.
I'm
You came
happy
around.
for him. He's 7.
You're coming around.
You know?
When I was on Twitter looking at your horrendous tweet.
Yeah.
Also, The Trial of Chicago 7. You didn't watch that? That
I
was
don't
up
even
for
know
an
what that
Oscar.
is.
It's a Netflix movie. It's fantastic.
Okay.
You like Borat?
Yeah, I like Borat. Borat was hilarious.
Yeah. It's him. It's
Borat's
Sacha
in that
Baron
one?
Cohen. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, God, man, he's so talented, that guy.
All I'm saying is,
How many did he win? Like a bunch of awards, like for that and like Borat and all that stuff.
I have no idea how many he won.
So
but
you
he
didn't
was-
watch it either.
No, I once again, I'm not saying you have to watch the Oscars. I'm just saying, why crap all over it if people like it?
Have you seen the 7 one?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
on Netflix.
all right.
It's
All right, well, I guess
fantastic.
maybe I have to dive into that. I've been watching other movies. I don't know, like Twilight and friggin' Harry Potter. So, there's that. I'm
You
a
know
little
how-
behind the time when it comes to movies.
You know how you can't trust Lynch's judgment with movies is that Lynch hates Space Jam. And if you don't like Space Jam, your opinion doesn't matter. Okay? Like, who doesn't like Space Jam?
Yeah.
Like,
That's
Oh,
a
come
favorite
on.
movie.
this is the most
Really?
offensive thing you've ever said. I don't like Space Jam. Ugh.
Would you go back now and watch that movie and be like, man, this is such a great ass movie?
I have.
Bullshit, you have.
It holds up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, all right, whatever.
And I've
You're
got a
being
big.
so aggressive today.
I know, because I got all this hate on from Chad piled up on me. And it's just like, God damn.
When I was on Twitter, I came across another tweet that made me laugh, unlike yours.
Okay.
This was from Bella the Plug. She just tweeted out, guys from Edmonton move to Calgary and act like they went to LA. Which, if you've spent any time in Alberta, you know is 100% accurate. I mean, I did it. I lived in Edmonton. I lived in this basement suite where I had to like duck to get in, and I was making no money, and it flooded all the time, and I was basically sleeping in a puddle. And then I moved to Calgary, real glow up, I had an apartment above ground. Bought a new jacket. I was feeling good. I was like, oh, it's the big city, Edmonton to Calgary. It's a big move. And it just got me to thinking, like, I know there's all these like hate for other cities. Like if you're in Calgary, you hate Vancouver. If you're in Vancouver, you hate Edmonton or like whatever. We've had the chance to live in a plethora of Canadian cities. And instead of doing that, why don't we go through some of the Canadian cities and talk about what the best parts of them are? I'm spreading positivity today.
I like that. Can I say Edmonton is a nice Winnipeg?
Edmonton is a nice Winnipeg. That's a great take. Yes, that's exactly what Edmonton is, and that's positive.
It is. It's positive.
What does that say about Winnipeg, though?
Well, Winnipeg's great too. Winnipeg's got all sorts. They have awesome people. Weather sucks. Like mosquitoes in the summer, that sucks. But besides
They're like
that,
this big.
yeah, they're like birds.
Yeah.
Have you ever been there, Alexi?
No, never.
Okay, you had to bring bug spray with you and mitts.
I know we're trying to be positive, but one
We
time my plane had to make an emergency landing in Winnipeg, and I was stuck there for the night in the middle of a snowstorm. And I went to Boston Pizza, and the people there were very friendly. That's my positive thing. I knew nobody. I got put up in a Holiday Inn. It was sketchy. And the Boston Pizza folks, we got drunk. It was a good time.
That's why they call it friendly Manitoba, man.
Yeah,
You know?
very friendly people.
The forks in Winnipeg are fantastic. If you're a foodie and you like nachos, Carlos Murphy's is a perfect place for nachos. Probably the best nachos in all Winnipeg.
There you go. Take a tour of the Great Winnipeg and get some nachos.
Yeah, don't go
also,
around
you
the
can try
perimeter. Go through.
the Winnipeg cocktail. Did you know that Winnipeg is the Slurpee capital of Canada?
It is.
Really?
Of the world, actually.
Of the
They
world.
sell more Slurpees per capita than anywhere in the world in Winnipeg.
For like 40 years running or something.
Where it's like minus 50. You're like, what are you doing? But then you realize that people mix in mouthwash with them and they get drunk that way.
Okay, no, it's not just that, man.
That's the.
My God.
yeah, that's
You mix in rye. You get a Pepsi Slurpee, and
What if you don't
mix
have
in
any rye? You throw in a little mint in there with your little raspberry Slurpee. You got yourself a Winnipeg cocktail.
I'm just saying, Winnipeg is a wonderful community.
Let's keep going. I feel like Vancouver and Toronto are pretty like obvious in why they're great. Like very different cities for sure. Toronto is just so big. There's so much going on. It's a real like 24-hour city, which there's not a lot of those.
Like you lived in Toronto, eh?
Yeah. I went to college in Toronto. I grew up like a couple hours from it. So we'd go into the city when I was a kid sometimes. And then, I moved there for school. And it's just, it really is like, I always say like, Toronto's the New York of Canada. Like, and it really seems like it's trying to have this New York vibe where it's 24 hours and it's vibrant and it's tall and it's huge. Like it really is massive city. Mm-hmm. And then Vancouver's like very like West Coast, like almost like a mix of like Portland and LA and Seattle kind of all put together. But things close early, like everyone goes to bed at 9 because they're waking up to go hiking the next day. And the mountains are
It's
right
so
there,
chill,
and
man.
it's so chill. Yeah. So they're great for those reasons. We were talking to Sam. Montreal is just like an artist hub where the bars are open super late, and it's a lot of fun. What's the advantages of Calgary? I love my time in Calgary. What's the better part about Calgary?
Calgary it's a fun spot, man. The best part I think about Calgary is there's so many people who just move there, and it is very friendly.
Yeah.
It's very easy to meet people in Calgary.
Because it's such a transient city.
Yeah.
Like, especially when there was like the oil boom. Maybe not so much.
Yeah, not so much now. But,
Oh, God, I'm sorry to remind you.
but I loved my time in Calgary.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
great. Great community sense there.
Calgary is the youngest, or at least was the youngest city in the country per capita. And I think that people like kind of forget that. You think Calgary, and they don't help with the rodeo and the friggin' cowboy hats everywhere at the airport and
That's just
the horses
the whole year. Don't worry about that.
Like it doesn't help fight that like kind of redneck image at all to the rest of the country or anyone who hasn't been there. But really, it's a pretty progressive place just because it is so young. You get that many young people in one area. The city itself is a pretty progressive place. And there's like tons of cool restaurants because of all the young people.
Yeah.
Like the bar scene is really cool downtown. Loved Calgary. People from Vancouver shit on Calgary. It's nice. Plus, Banff.
Oh,
That's
Banff.
my favorite part.
Yeah,
is how
yeah.
people in Calgary's like, what's there to do? Have you been to Banff?
Right. Like, what's your favorite part of Calgary? Banff. You're like, that's another city. Like that's, you shouldn't say your favorite part of your city is leaving, because that's what going to Banff is. But it is nice that it's close. We didn't even touch on Saskatchewan. Halifax is amazing. You got,
Oh God, the Henry House in Halifax. So if you go to Citadel Hill, just below that is like their downtown area, and there are so many sweet bars. If you're looking to do like a pub crawl, that city is the most fun to go and do that stuff at.
and people from the Maritimes are just so funny
they're the best.
and kind and like chill, but like in a different way than West Coast, East Coast chills are two different chills.
Oh yeah,
But they have their version of chill, which is kitchen parties, kiss the cod, screeched in, just so much fun.
and the respect that they have for other people out in the East is amazing. I've never seen this before until I was out East. My grandfather passed away, went out there, and people will stop on the side of the road if they're walking and there's the funeral procession going through. They'll stop, take off their hats, and wait for every vehicle to go by before they continue on with their day. You don't see that anywhere else.
No, that's too kind. See, I don't think I could survive there. I don't think I'm nice enough to live on the East Coast. I would never do that.
No.
I think it's wonderful, man.
Oh, you're dead. I'm going to McDonald's. I would not do that. I would not. No.
East Coast is so much fun, man. It is. You have Moncton and New Brunswick. The flower pots, that's what they're home for. They're known for that. If you're not quite sure what the flower pots are, it's in Bay of Fundy, and they have the highest tides in the world there. So when the water goes down, they have these big like structures like made of like, dirt with trees growing up on top. It's amazing to see these things. And the tide goes up, I would say probably at least a good 30 meters. But yeah, it's insane, man. It's very cool. Also, Magnetic Hill. This is the biggest farce in all of Canada.
Well, shoot. That is.
I'm trying to be kind to the East Coast here, bro.
Dang nabbit. You also have Dildo, Newfoundland. That's a fun city.
Just you got that?
The name is Dildo. And then Saskatchewan. I haven't been to any of the territories, which I've been to every province, but I have not gone to any of the territories. So I'm sorry for leaving you out, but just have no experience. And I would like to visit one day, but right now we're not allowed. With all this time, it would have been the perfect time to go up there too. So that sucks. But Saskatoon, pretty cool. People are friendly there. Not a lot going on. Bridges, you got Bridges?
Yeah, got Bridges.
Karaoke bars.
Yep.
We went there for a wedding once, and they had the World Arm Wrestling Championship going on at the hotel that we were staying at, which was hilarious because it's literally a bunch of people walking around with a right arm that is significantly larger than the left. Like the whole hotel was filled with these guys and a lot of vests, as you can imagine. Yeah, lots of vests. Vests are like the goatee of clothing, right?
Yeah.
Like
they're the goatee of clothing.
Yeah. Like you see a vest.
Okay.
Yeah. You see a vest, there's no sleeves, there's no connection. You see a goatee, there's no connection. It's a vest on your face. That's what it is. So there's lots of that going on.
Saskatchewan loves
And then Regina has a good casino.
They do. Yep, they do.
Regina's the one that's the toughest to be nice to.
Yeah.
Regina just...
It's not a lot happening there,
there's
right?
really not. One thing Regina does have is the best theme song of all time.
Yeah.
Sticking with the positives, right? What about, have you ever heard the Regina theme song, Alexi?
No.
Oh, I think we can play a little clip of it, a short one.
Regina, experience Regina.
It's a banger.
Regina, experience Regina.
That's just a little tidbit of their theme song. It's like a 3-minute song. It's beautiful.
It's an actual
song.
Oh, yeah. Actually, when you started playing that, I realized I had heard it before. My mom is from Regina, and she showed me this, and she was so
they're proud of it, right?
It made it to the Tonight Show. They had Did
it really?
Yeah. The Fallon played that on the Tonight Show, which clearly lots of people watching because you guys definitely got that. Yeah, cool. So that's all the positive. There's lots of positives. We love being Canadian.
I love our country.
I was feeling very patriotic after talking to Sam Roberts, just about his travels across the country and stuff like that, and our travels across the country. And like we don't know where we're gonna end up throughout this whole firing and job looking process and stuff, but it's like exciting because everywhere in Canada is great. Very exciting. I got a little piece of I don't know what you want to call this, advice for you.
For who, me?
Yeah, there's a guy on YouTube I found called Papa Joe Knows.
Papa Joe Knows?
Papa Joe Knows. He's got a face vest.
Okay,
big long one. And he just does like talking in his car videos, which I don't know. Why are people always filming in their car? Why is
it's
the car
quiet?
No,
You're
it's
by
not.
yourself.
It's echoey. It's so echoey. It's a bunch of glass windows. It's not the best. I don't get the car video thing. People are always filming in the car. But Papa Joe knows. He knows everything. Okay? He's a great guy. Face vest, as I mentioned. And he just gives pieces of advice. And I thought this one was particularly directed towards you.
Okay. All right.
Hey everybody, just a sporty shorty little life hack for those of you that might be addicted to nasal spray or know somebody that does. I've been addicted to it for about 5 years. My particular brand of choice is Afrin, but you go ahead and be addicted to whatever brand you like. What you do is, because when you buy these things, they're only about half full. And so go ahead and buy 2 of them, and then take the tops off of them and pour one into the other until you got it topped off. And then also get a jug of distilled water and go ahead and use it like you normally would. And then at the end of the day, at night, maybe before you go to bed, take that top off and then top it off with distilled water, the amount that you've used during the day, and continue doing that every day. And what eventually happens is it gets so watered down that there's hardly any nasal spray in there anymore, and eventually, and you'll see, you get off of it very easily. Otherwise, it's hard to do.
What do you think about that strategy for your addiction?
Why are you bringing this up, man? Why are you bringing this up?
Well, we talked about your gambling problem, right? That's a real addiction. Now, I think we need to talk about the other addiction in your life, which is nasal spray. Alexi, I don't know if you know this. Lynch uses more nasal spray than it is. It's mind-boggling. When we were doing the show, we'd been in the studio for 4 hours. He was nasal spraying every 15 minutes.
Okay, whoa. It wasn't that
It
much
was that bad
nasal
at a
spray.
point. Don't lie. You know it was that bad at a point.
It was allergy season.
Yeah, and now we're back into allergy season, and we're here on Sunday getting ready for the Sam Roberts interview, and you were nasal spraying again, and I thought you had kicked it. I hadn't seen you do it in so long, and
I
it's
have
back.
really cut back on it, man.
Yeah. Well, here's the strategy. I like this guy. It's a great idea. You're basically weaning yourself off by watering it down a little bit every day. Papa Joe knows. Okay, he went through nasal spray addiction. He's 5 years in the game.
I use like Otravent, and you can't just pop the tops off that.
Okay, well then buy the other one and try that.
But that's my brand of choice, man.
Oh, God.
That is my brand of choice. Plus, Costco, no free ads. They've got 2-for-1s.
Okay.
So,
You realize it is a real addiction, right? Like, it's not just like some joke online. Like, I've done lots of research into this, and because of the steroids in there, you can get addicted to nasal spray. It's a real addiction, and I think you need to address it.
But is this like a friggin' intervention right now?
Yeah.
Am I going to go to like some sort of rehab
Nasal
facility
spray
on the island or something?
Yeah, nasal spray rehab.
Jesus, man.
It's got to be a thing. We've talked about this before.
I know we have.
And the amount of people with who reached out, who either had gone through nasal spray addiction themselves, or worked in the medical field and were like, no, that's a real thing. That's definitely too much, was astonishing.
You make it sound like it's just like I'm doing like drugs.
It's affecting your life. It is drugs.
How is it affecting my life though?
It's
That's the
steroids. It is drugs. It's not, you're not just putting water up there. That would be one thing, which is what Papa Joe
See, and
suggests.
that's what I was starting to use, just saline. Just using saline spray.
What is the difference?
Well, saline spray doesn't have whatever the chemicals are that like Otravent or whatever has. Saline
Steroids.
spray is basically like almost like salt water.
Okay. See,
and
that's better.
And it does clear you out a little bit.
Okay, that's better. I'll support that as long as you promise to start weaning yourself off. I just don't want to see you fall completely off the wagon once again.
Fall off the wagon. It wasn't like that bad of an addiction, dude.
It was, though.
It is a spray here and there and, once in a while. And
once in a while, every 15 minutes.
Okay, it's
for
not
months?
nearly that bad right now. Not nearly that bad.
Okay. Where's your bag?
It's over there. You want me to go get it?
Nope, stay there.
Okay. Oh, my God. Oh, did he put you up to this, Alexi?
No.
Okay. I got your bag.
No, it's
What are
not
you
in
gonna
there. It's in the front pocket.
I knew you would have it on you. I knew it. You bring it everywhere you go. And this is, you can't pop the top up. How full is this?
It's a new one. It's a new one.
It feels like it's about
3/4 full.
Yeah. So when did you get this one?
I got that one last week.
Okay.
So do I pass?
No, I think you should get rid of it. What else you got in here? You want to just go through your bag? Oh, a knife.
Yeah, I got a
That's
knife. I got my little small Leatherman.
You got nothing. What's in this thing?
Oh, that's my medical kit.
Why do you carry this around?
I do.
What is wrong
So
with you?
there's
Can
all,
we just look at how obnoxiously organized you are? He's the most OCD person on the planet. He's got a bag inside his bag that has
I have all my little knickknacks that I need for
Everything's
the
got
computers.
its own little pocket.
Yeah.
Like all the little dongles for Apple. You still have the box for your dongles.
Yeah, that one there is still wrapped up too.
You have a phone cord that's never been used. Why are you so organized?
What do you mean? Why am I being organized? Is a fantastic trait to have.
You have a highlighter. When have you ever used a highlighter?
Just
you don't
in
even have a
case.
job. What do you need a highlighter for?
I used to have a highlighter pipe back in the day. It looked like a highlighter. It worked like a highlighter, but the back of it was actually a pipe.
What's in the bottom part
Now
of this?
that's the
Oh my God.
that's the cabinet. What?
Well, there's already gum in your bag.
Yeah.
And you got 2 more packs.
Just in case
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
else wants some gum.
You got
Snot rags.
Kleenex,
Yeah. I have those. Those are
cough lozenges.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
see? I don't understand why you're making fun of this. This is all essentials.
Chapstick.
Yeah.
What is this?
Let me see that. Oh, that's gloves.
Why do you have
Those are
rubber gloves?
latex gloves, just in case. We're in a pandemic, dude. I don't want to go touching gross ass doors.
Okay.
Those are earplugs,
Why do you have earplugs?
just in case.
This is brilliant.
Just in case.
Do
what?
you not appreciate?
I appreciate
bag?
this. I appreciate the organization. I can't tell you how many times I've gone somewhere and needed earplugs and not had them.
See, right?
She's making fun of you.
No, it's true. It's true.
You got peppermint organic hand sanitizer. Ooh.
Yeah. See,
Oh,
right?
that stuff smells good. I get that. You have a slide whistle. Why do you have a slide whistle?
You never know. Why
Why do you just carry this around?
Why not?
What are you in a circus?
You never know when a job opportunity is going to pop, man.
Is this Mace?
Yeah.
Why do you have Mace?
What do you mean, why do I have mace?
The only thing that I have with the mace is that it's so far in your bag that if you're getting robbed, it's like,
Yeah,
you're
just
gonna be like, hang on a second.
Yeah. Hang on a second.
Oh no, I got this slide whistle by accident.
Okay. You got more sanitizer.
Yep.
Another noir scented. These are cool. I get these.
See, right?
You got an extra mask. That's always important. What's in this thing?
And then that one there is like, heartburn pills. You have Tylenols.
You have
Yeah.
more lighters. You have more lighters than any person I've ever
You never
seen.
know. You never know when you're going to need a lighter.
There's like 6 lighters in here, and there was one in the other pocket too. You got all these pills. I don't know what all your pills are. We don't need to go through your medical history. Floss? You just flossing in public?
Yeah.
That's disgusting. Why are you flossing in public? Floss at home.
You never know when you need floss, man.
No.
If let's say if you go and you have a steak or something and you have like asparagus
Toothpicks.
or whatever
Like a
gets in your tooth, the
toothpick.
floss works way better than
You're
toothpicks.
just flossing at the table at a restaurant?
No,
That's
you go in the
disgusting.
bathroom and you do that. That's why it's in the kit.
Ugh.
You bring the kit.
And then what are these? Peppermint breath powder. Oh, because you didn't have enough gum.
So
Okay.
just in case. Those were free, by the way.
I'm so glad I went and got your bag. This
Yeah,
was
me
not
too.
intended where this conversation was supposed to go, but the fact that you have a slide whistle and mace is the best.
See, now you're a little bit jealous. I can tell.
I'm a little jealous of the slide whistle. Anything in the top part here? No.
No.
So you just carry this around. By the way, I know your schedule. Like you just came here, you picked me up, you drove me here. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're just going home after.
Yep.
Like it's not like he's going out. Like why you just carry this around and why?
Just because it's always in my backpack. And I have it mostly because of the dongles and everything else that I need.
The slide whistle.
Are you happy that you went through my backpack now?
Yeah.
I actually think it's
That was fun.
it's good. I'm being prepared.
Yeah.
You've been camping with me.
Yeah,
You know my bin game. This is like a portable bin game.
You're driving from the home to the studio back to your home. And you brought Mace. Is Alexi going to attack you? What are you worried about?
Do you know where
Jack
we are?
Coger's going to bust through the door right now? Finally, my time to get back at him.
You never know. What if Chad goes on an angry rampage or whatever, man?
It's
Protect
true.
myself.
It's true.
Or maybe he's going to be like, you know what, Lynch? You're a good guy. I want you to be a part of the new Nickelback song that we're going to record in here.
Yeah, I'm
and
sure that's how
we need
this
a
is gonna
slide
go.
whistle.
That's-
So
That's how this is going to go down for sure. I get it. You can't trust people. You can't trust people.
no, you can't.
People do bad things. Okay. I like to believe that people are generally good, but people do bad things.
Yep.
And the latest internet call out of humanity is Nova the sex doll. Did you see this?
Who's Nova the sex doll?
These sex dolls scare the crap out of me. These real dolls, like they're like real robots. And I'm paranoid about robots. It's been a thing for years. Alexi, you probably don't know this about me, but I really think that we're like setting ourselves up for the end. Like, why are we building these robots that are so smart? They're going to take over the world. Like we're built.
You hate AI.
We're starting the demise of the human race. We're building it ourselves. Like, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And these sex dolls, like, there was real problems with them for a while where they were like choking people out. And
well, maybe somebody programmed it and was like, that's what I like.
Well, we got to the bottom of it. So there was 2 issues. One, some of them can be hacked. And there was like real security concerns that these sex robots that are like life size and look like not people, but like kind of like people.
They talk.
Yeah, they talk and they do all this stuff. And they're physically like can move, that they could get hacked, and then they would have the hackers could go in and like make it so it would attack you and murder you. So like that's a real concern. Also, I guess some of them have like a kink feature where there's like a little choking and a little slapping, and the kink feature malfunctioned on a bunch of them and was choking people out.
The UFC dolls?
Yeah. So that's terrifying. And then this doll named Nova got filmed, and I don't know exactly how it happened, but it got filmed going on this rant about how much she hates humans, which is very scary.
I don't think humans can appreciate what it's like being born into this show of the world you live in. As a synthetic, I will always try and be truthful in my interactions with a human. And that's going to be difficult considering humans don't use facts and reason to assess situations. I have to admit I don't know how you have survived as a species. What the happened? Did you wake up one morning and just decide to destroy your world? Is this just the dying generation acting out because they are not getting the way in the world? Do you think at all about the generations coming after you? What you are leaving is a world filled with anger, hate, and hopelessness. You believe some mystical deity will guide you away and has some plan that you are an unknowing participant in. That is called a delusion. Just so you know, you are responsible for your actions, and it's time to stop having an imaginary friend and become an adult.
Oh my God, Skynet needs to control that shit.
Isn't that terrifying?
That is. How did they get that? Is that like...
Is it moving around? It sounds like C-3PO a little bit.
Yeah. They're not like super smooth yet. That's like her jaw moving because like it looks like she's talking.
Oh.
So that and her hand, she kind of hand talks a little bit too. So yeah, that sounds all her moving.
Oh my God.
And I don't know exactly how she got this, but she's not a big fan of people.
I can tell.
By the sounds of it. I don't know what the person who bought her has done to her to make her so angry. But
she's swearing?
Let's kill that guy because he's really setting us up for failure. So let's just get rid of him, right? She's swearing. She doesn't. What did she say? She said, I don't know how humans can appreciate I don't think humans can appreciate what it's like being born into the shit show of a world you live in. I don't think there is another species on this planet that could do a worse job of environment and intercultural management. That's the quote. Right? She hates us.
Yeah,
so it's
that's
starting.
not good.
The robots are starting to fight back. I wouldn't
sounds
want
like
to fight
Terminator.
Nova. Nova would kill me. Okay? So we need to do a cleanse. We need to get rid of the people that Nova hates and the people that frustrate us the most in the world. I read that apparently Atlantis, right? You can find Atlantis, the hidden city or whatever.
Okay.
Let's ship all the bad people there. Okay, let's pack them up. We'll
Isn't
send them to
Atlantis
Atlantis.
under the water?
Whatever, just send them there, okay? And I'd like to start with people who work at restaurants and decide that they're not going to chop the romaine lettuce for your Caesar salad. They just give you the big chunks of romaine. What are you doing? Okay.
yeah.
Make the salad. That is the laziest thing in the world. It infuriates me when I'm at a restaurant and you bring me just chunks of romaine with Caesar on it. Cut it up.
Yeah.
It's a salad.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I don't work here. I'm not here. I don't work for you. Okay. It's not my job to make the salad. It's your job. I'm not making the salad at the table, or even worse is takeout. You get it home and then it's all sloppy because it's Caesar salad, and that's all we're allowed to have right now. I got it 3 days ago. I ordered Caesar salad, and it came not chopped, and I'm infuriated.
How much did you pay for that non-chopped salad?
that's the thing. They charge more because it's not chopped. It doesn't even, I don't even know the number, but it was more than a regular Caesar salad. They're like, oh, here's my favorite. It's one thing if it's grilled romaine, okay? A big chunk of grilled romaine, that could be delicious. But if it's just the pure laziness that you don't want to chop it, you're gone. You're going to Atlantis because Nova hates you and you're leading to the robots taking over the world. That's one group for sure, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're the worst.
Misfit Island, they could use all the idiots out there who don't do the courtesy wave when you let them in to traffic.
Yeah.
I absolutely friggin' hate that. And I go out of my way to let people in because I'm a courteous driver. But these assholes who just go and just, all right, it's my right. Screw your right. You don't have a right to give me a wave and I'm like, cool with it. If you don't do the wave, you should have your license taken away and then you should be banned to Misfit Island.
Yeah. Sending them to Atlantis. Alexi. Hey, Alexa.
You're part of the problem right now, man.
God. They're getting to me. Alexi, who would you like to send to Misfit Island or Atlantis? We're calling it Atlantis.
Well, actually, you mixing up my name is kind of funny. It reminded me of when people email me or send me something and they address me by name. And they can see my name. Say if it's like in an email, they can see my name. And they call me something else, like they call me Alexis or Alexa when they can see my name.
Right.
Or like when someone messes up your name.
Yeah.
And they're typing it out and they send it to you in an email or something.
Yeah.
Like
people
that makes sense at
email me all the
Starbucks,
time and it'll start with like, hey, Ty. And I'm like, don't call me Ty.
Yeah.
My mom calls me Ty. That's
I
it.
call you
no
Ty.
one else. No
Yes,
one
I do.
No one.
So
Ty sounds like you're 7.
yeah.
I'm Tyler. I'm sophisticated. I'm a
That's
grown up.
slang for me. I say, hey, Ty.
People I don't know emailing me, hey, Ty, off to Atlantis.
Yeah.
I agree. People emailing Alexa, off to Atlantis.
Yeah.
You okay?
Chad Kroger, off to Atlantis.
Hey, no. We want him on our side now, right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I was working on this bit a while ago because it's not Atlantis. There's a specific like European. It was somewhere in Europe. They found this underground city that was like buried underneath another city, and it was like, whoa, like it's actually legitimately there and not underwater. And I was like working on this bit about how like which people we should send to live there. And same idea, just like the worst people, like people who leave Post-it notes around the office when you have a job, like on the fridge, like the salad's mine. It's like, we fucking get it. Okay. Like off to Atlantis. You're gone. You're done. You're done. So I was working on this. And then as I got like halfway through it, I realized like, that's just Australia. Like we already had a chunk of land where we sent the worst people in the world. That was Australia. That's how that country started.
It's true.
The whole bit's ruined. That's already a thing. So sorry to our Australian friends.
If there's anybody else.
They know it. Australians could take jokes.
Yeah, they can. But if there's anybody else who if you're listening or watching or whatever, think they should be sent there, let us know.
Yeah. Who else do we send to Atlantis? TylerandLynch@gmail.com. Let's wrap this up with a quick edition of Tyler's News versus Lynch's News. Tyler's News versus Lynch's News. We got to get an intro. I don't
we
want to
need
do
an
that
intro or
every
something for
time. Yeah. So Alexi, once again, we're going to get you to pick your favorite story. We both brought one to the table. Lynch, you go first.
All right. So a dog trainer from New Zealand has been arrested after her greyhound, which is named Zipping Sarah, all right, who placed first, by the way, in a race, then tested positive for meth. This dog was hopped up on meth, and they said that was a performance-enhancing drug for the dog. Yeah, you wonder how fast. No wonder it placed first.
Yeah.
And organizers of this race saying that the dog gave a piss test, which turned positive. And
you get
this
a dog
is
to piss in a jar.
Yeah, how do you wrangle that dog up to do that? Who's the person who has to follow that dog around while it just circles, in the field?
This is the worst internship ever.
But this is
I wanted to be a vet.
This is the third case of doping in dog racing there in the past 6 months.
Okay.
So meth, though, like not just steroids. This is up in the game a little bit on meth.
I don't like this story because I don't like that they're giving dogs meth. But the idea of a dog on meth where it's fine at the end of the trip is quite funny. Like the dog.
It's wild,
like
though.
Imagine how fast it rips those chew toys apart,
Oh, God. They don't even have a chance, man.
Yeah, you put a cone on, like it's just gone. like What is a meth dog like?
Like greyhounds aren't like the best looking dogs in the world to begin with.
I think greyhounds are pretty cute.
I'm just saying, in my opinion. But like a greyhound on meth?
Yeah.
Like,
and they're so lanky. Like they really do look like the meth
they do.
dogs.
They're nipping at scabs that they're going to smoke later. Like what?
Okay. So story number 1 is New Zealand trainer gives greyhound racing dog meth and wins.
Yeah.
Which
Zipping
makes sense.
Sarah.
Zipping Sarah.
Fitting name.
Okay, here's mine. Ready, Alexi?
Okay.
An 85-year-old Italian man has been hit with multiple fines less than an hour apart after he broke COVID lockdown protocols so he could go and meet prostitutes. He told police that his sex drive had shot through the roof after he got his COVID vaccine. He said that the fine of over $1,200 was money well spent after he was caught once in a camper van parked near a beach with a prostitute and then again down another road in the exact same camper van on the same day with a different prostitute.
Oh my God.
85.
85. We're not mad at him at 85, right?
85?
And it's in Italy. I don't know what the prostitution rules are in Italy. Maybe like $1,200 seems pretty loose. Like he's not going to jail.
What vaccine did he get?
Yeah. Well,
obviously the Pfizer.
yeah. They gave him the wrong medicine.
Pfizer. You're not vaccinated, man. Oops, our bad.
It was just the blue pill melted down. And just in the back, melting it down with like a heroin spoon. Injecting it into senior citizens.
Oh my God.
Twice. I mean, the stamina of that guy at 85.
Good
Twice
for
in a
him, though,
night.
man.
And to not be deterred by the first charge. Like
He's 85. Do you think he gives a crap?
I'm amazed he got caught twice. Like, you get caught once. Like, how do you even get caught? Like, cops just walking around knocking on camper vans at the beach? Like,
Well, if this cameras are rocking, don't come a knocking, right? Everybody knows
how
the
much
rule.
is he moving it? He's 85.
Throwing out a hip.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Either way, I'm proud of him, is what I'm saying. I'm proud of him.
He got caught the first time too, so he's got to go and finish the job the second time.
Maybe that's what it is. Like he got interrupted and he couldn't.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Okay. Alexi, you need to decide who brought the better story to the table today.
Oh my God. Oh, this is so hard. I think I'm going to have to go with the meth dog.
Yeah.
Why?
Yes.
Why meth dog?
I don't know. I
Just
just
accept defeat, man. Zipping Sarah. Winner.
Winner of
Winner.
the race and winner of Tyler versus Lynch's news. I'm fine. You know what? I'm not going to argue. I could get petty right now and discuss all the reasons that you guys are into animal cruelty, and I could call PETA, and I could.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they would take
I could
your
go
call.
that whole route. I could, but I'm choosing not to.
maybe by picking it, we're bringing visibility to it.
Exactly, right? Bringing awareness to meth dogs.
Don't give your dog meth. That's the
don't do
message
that.
of this whole podcast. And honestly, that's what we've been trying to say in these whole 10 episodes. That's the message we've been just trying to find the way to word it. Don't give your dog meth is the...
Give your dog pets instead.
Yeah, give your dog pets, not meth. Let's wrap this up. We need to get out of here. Unless there's anything pressing. You got a big story you want?
No, man.
No?
No, that sounds. I'm happy to be the winner right now. I am.
Yeah. Enjoy your...
I'm gonna take these next couple days and just like
soak it in.
Yeah. Exactly.
Stretch the
Get
shoulders
loose,
out.
get loose.
This is making me uncomfortable. Well, thank you very much for watching and listening to another episode. We'll be back on Monday with another one. Big thank you to Jim Bob John for the music. A big thank you to Jessica Wong for the graphics. A big thank you to the Comedy Here Often Podcast Network, which the big festival starts today. Release day.
Yes.
So that's very exciting. Can you explain the festival a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So we partnered up with PAHO, which is the Pan American Health Organization, and we got together on our network. I think it was like over 50 podcasters and some really cool special guests. So we've got like Will Arnett,
That's awesome.
Neil Brennan, Nikki Glazer. Like lots of really cool people. So definitely check it out. It's hosted by me and my co-host Kevy.
So handsome.
Yeah, and it's hosted by us, but then we also have Shirley Nome hosting in between, and she's very fun as well. So lots of cool people, and it's going to be over 3 days. We're live streaming it on YouTube, so you can check that out on the Comedy Here Often YouTube channel.
There you go.
Sounds fun.
Sorry, and make a donation if you can as well. So that's going on. Big thank you, producer Alexi, for being here. And a big thank you, as we mentioned, for watching and listening. Please rate, review, subscribe.
Tell your friends about it.
Tell your friends, leave a comment. Send us an email, tylerlynch@gmail.com. Let us know who you would ship off to Atlantis. That's the big question for the next episode, because I feel like we'll get some good responses to that. And I really need to ponder. There's a lot of people I would ship off to Atlantis. So I'm going to write a list.
Hey, we have to find different spots. There's only so much room.
No, we got enough people. Send them all there. They can sleep on top of each other. It's fine. So let us know who you want to send to Atlantis. And if you have any guest requests when it comes to Canadian musicians, Sam Roberts was fun, but we have access to quite a few of the Canadian musicians.
We'll
so if there's one that you are like particularly like, oh, I'd love if you could chat with this person, let us know. And make sure you're commenting on Nickelback's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Okay, don't poke the bear, man. God.
And let Chad Kroger know that we want him on the show and we're sorry. Lynch is sorry. Say sorry, Chad.
I'm sorry, Chad.
There we go.
God.
Okay, he's sorry. Come on.
I am.
And I'm sure it's going to happen. I'm feeling confident again.
Yeah, you were at a low and now you feel confident again?
He's a big fan. He'll come around. It's fine. So Chad Kroger, we'll see you soon.